You roll up your sleeves, catch the right lighting, and for a second, your forearms look impressive. The veins are popping and the lines are sharp. But the moment you relax your arm, that image vanishes, and you're back to forearms that look like charging cables. Many people mistake high vascularity for actual size. In reality, prominent veins are usually just an indicator of low body fat or high blood flow. They don't represent the physical thickness of the muscle itself. The common mistake is trying to fix this with group tools or endless wrist curls. These movements primarily train endurance, meaning you might get more veins, but your forearms will remain narrow and flat. Solving this requires a specific protocol targeting the one muscle responsible for adding physical width to the arm. We're going to look at how to isolate that muscle using a high-tension, low-volume approach. When you prioritize muscle density over generic forearm endurance, your arms start looking proportional in everyday clothing, rather than disappearing inside your sleeves. The forearm isn't a single muscle, it's a complex group that requires specific angles to fully develop. To get that thick, dense look, we have to look at the anatomy. This is the brachioradialis. It's a thick band of muscle running from elbow to thumb. When it grows, your forearm starts looking like a solid block. Strengthening this muscle prevents premature grip failure, ensuring your hands don't give out during heavy deadlifts or rows. That increased elbow stability also carries over into your accessory work. Better stability leads to higher curl strength, which facilitates growth across the entire upper arm. Ignoring this specific muscle limits your aesthetic potential and caps your functional lifting capacity on your heaviest pull days. To target the brachioradialis, select exactly one of the following 3 exercises. Do not perform all of them. You only need one movement to trigger the growth response. Option A is the reverse barbell or cable curl. This requires a strict overhand grip with your palms facing directly toward the floor. You will likely find this movement feels weaker than a standard curl. That mechanical disadvantage is intentional. It prevents the biceps from taking over so the forearm can do the work. Option B is the dumbbell hammer curl. Use a neutral, palms-in grip and focus on the mental cue of pulling the weight up through your forearm rather than just moving your hand. Option C is the cable rope hammer curl. This variation provides constant tension, but it requires you to keep your elbows pinned tightly to your torso. At the very top of the rep, slightly separate the rope handles. That small outward pull maximizes the peak contraction on the muscle. The specific equipment matters less than your ability to force the brachioradialis to absorb the entire load throughout the set. To see real growth, you have to eliminate ego lifting. That starts with adopting a specific growth tempo. Focus on a slow, 3-second eccentric phase. Controlling the weight on the way down creates the deep stretch at the bottom that signals the muscle to adapt and thicken. If you swing the weight or use momentum, the load shifts away from the forearms and onto the shoulders, wasting the entire set. Perform exactly 3 working sets of your Chosen exercise. This provides the necessary stimulus for growth without creating excessive fatigue that could hamper your recovery. These 3 sets should be the final exercise of your workout. Slot them at the very end of a pull day or a dedicated bicep session. Never put this isolation work at the start of your routine. Pre-exhausting your grip will make it impossible to hold on to the heavy bars required for your primary back movements. Consistency with one strictly performed movement at the end of your session is the only sustainable way to build high-density forearms. The protocol is simple. Isolate the brachioradialis, pick one exercise, perform 3 strict sets with slow eccentrics, and always save it for the end of your pull day. As you stick to this, your forearms will evolve. They'll start to look thick and dense, even when they're resting, losing that thin, cable-like appearance. Those veins will finally sit on top of a solid base of muscle. You'll have the detail of a lean athlete, but with the actual mass of someone who lifts heavy. Correcting your forearm training is just the first step. To ensure you aren't making other common mistakes that stall your progress, watch our breakdown on optimizing your entire weekly routine. Dense, powerful arms are built through intentional isolation. Low body fat reveals the details, but targeted training is what provides the mass.